What's up, y'all, and thanks for stopping by the Surge T channel. I am Surge T, and tonight, for my video, I'll be doing my rundown and thoughts for Monday Night Raw for the 20th of September 2021. And I'm going to be saying this as part of rumors that I heard when I was watching a video. And it said Reigns and the Usos were brought over to Raw as a test to see if having major stars switching brands would boost ratings. Raw and SmackDown. For that matter, they have stars. But it's not them, it's the lazy writing. No creativity, it's rinse and repeat matches and segments. Had a little bit of that tonight, and I'll get into that. Even the blatant ripoff of a certain other wrestling company, but we'll get into that as well. Now, they have a recap of Big E cashing in on Lashley to become the new WWE champion. And the New Day opened Raw, and do I want to watch this segment? But Big E said that he's going to cut the celebration short and address New Day's business, and that is the bloodline. And I'm glad that he cut it short because, again, you see them in the ring, and they're at their antics again. This time it's triple that, and it was triple annoying. Now, the bloodline, appear, and this is Reigns' first appearance since Raw 2020, Raw 2019, I should say, and the first time since winning the Universal title. Now, six-man tag is up next, featuring these two factions, these two groups, and all the chaos and all of the back and forth. Reigns spears Woods improves the bloodline supremacy and dominance, but Lashley, who took out everyone in the match, well, not everyone until he speared Reigns in the ring and speared Big E through the barricade. That was after the the match, and Lashley pretty much exerting his will. And then he talks about how the almighty era never stops. I mean, Lashley letting the WWE officials, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, backstage, letting them know that he can beat Big E and Reigns one-on-one. Heck, even both at the same time. Now, Riddle backstage with Randy Orton, and he's being a goofy, cringe-inducing boob as he's talking to Orton, and I just fast forwarded it because he really is annoying as fuck. I don't really like him. Orton, I can take it or leave it sometimes with him, but most of the time I don't mind stuff. But when he starts getting in onto all the goofiness and all that stuff, it really is unrealistic. That's not the Orton. That's not Orton. That's not the Viper. That's not him. And I'm waiting for the day that he is going to hit what do you call it, Riddle for real with the RKO, and not say that I was just you know like making an excuse for it. He's gonna actually mean it this time. Now, Eva Marie, and let me guess, she's taking on Dewdrop again. This is before I saw who she's going to face. And I'm just thinking, are they going to run this shit into the ground? And Eva was beat fair and square last week. But of course, why am I not surprised? Rinse and repeat. Thy name is Raw. And Eva Marie, she didn't say it in so many words, but she actually was kind of, you know, calling out Dewdrop, her appearance, saying that she's a mess. And I must say, I am all about Dewdrop. Eva doesn't even and never has done it for me. There's something about her. She looks all fake. It looks like everything about her isn't real. It's just like too much makeup and too much this and too much that. And something about Dewdrop. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous to me. And I don't know why they've been doing that stuff. They could be borderline, because Dewdrop is a heavyset woman, but she really does express it very well. I love everything about her. I don't see her size, but what are they doing with Eva Marie? Saying that? Are they trying to, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to make her a bully, Eva Marie, And are they gonna do this again for the fourth time next week? Fifth time? However many times they've wrestled already. you know. And then Eva Marie yet again is pinned. A repeat of last week's match. The everything was the same, and she's awful. And any serious build up or whatever they're planning for Eva, I mean, it's over and done. Evolution is dead, says Dewdrop, and I agree. Move her on to someone else. Eva Marie is a failed experiment. You brought her back for nothing. Why are you going to bring her back and act like you're going to do something with her and she loses again and again and again? You know what I mean? But let's move on now. Big E does what Bobby Lashley did, and he barges into the office of the WWE officials and demands a match between him and Lashley and Reigns. He says, "Make it happen." Now, Styles and Orton. But first, Heyman confronts Pierce and Deville, and he is informed that the big triple threat match between Big E, Lashley, and his tribal chief Roman Reigns is official. And let's go back to the Styles versus Orton. This was a match. This match was a part of WrestleMania. They wrestled before in WrestleMania, and will this match be as big as that? We shall see and find out. Now, I noticed that this wasn't a championship contenders match. I mean, why not? Styles is a contender. If he pins Orton, then he and Omos should get a rematch, right? Like, man, I am so glad that they didn't refer to it as that. Is it a SmackDown only thing that they do that? Or maybe you just listen to people like me and others. That's a big if they did listen to me and others who complain. That enough with that. It sounds so stupid when they say that, and I've said it before, and I'm not gonna keep saying it. And then Wandy, which someone on a thumbnail put, because that's what it sounds like when Riddle says his name, and then he hits the RKO and pins Styles. Styles going for the rated RKO. I mean rated RKO. Going for the phenomenal forearm, and then he sees Riddle and goes to kick him, and he misses. Then he goes up for it again. Randy, jumps up as he's doing the RKO, and then AJ Styles jumps back down on the apron. For some reason he stuck his head through the second ropes. I'm wondering why did he do that? It didn't even look like, you know what I mean? Like I guess he's trying to get back into the ring, but then Randy was quick to kick him, and it hits that what do you call that, guillotine drop, guillotine DDT, what do you want to call that? That's pendulum DDT, what do you want to call that? The hanging DDT, and then sets that up for an RKO. Now, Shayna Baszler versus Nia Jax. Was anybody ever really were they just clamoring for this match? Was everybody like, oh my god, I can't wait till they go at it? And then you hear Shayna tell Nia, Nia tells Shayna that she was nothing without her. Like really, a former two-time NXT Women's Champion, dominating in NXT. It's not her fault. WWE is the one that's making her look like a clown, making her look like a loser. And then Baszler easily submits and taps out Jax. Like she had the cue for the clutch on her. And then Nia does a half-assed attempt, a botched attempt at a Samoan drop. She actually just pretty much, it was just like she lifted her up, and then she pretty much, was still behind her when she did the Samoan drop. She landed like flat on her, flat right on top of her. I think she could have easily hurt, Shayna's leg or like that. And then she still had it on her when she did that, the cue for the clutch, and she made her tap out. It's like so much for Jax making Shayna what she is, because Shayna makes Jax pay by attacking and breaking possibly the elbow or the hand. You're saying the arm later on, or like both. And this is the Queen of Spades that we need to see from this point on. Enough with her losing every damn week. And then she had like remorse and a look of like she was sorry that she did it, but you know what? It looked better than when what's his name did it, when Seth Rollins did it after he did what he did to Edge. Like that's when it looked. This is how you make it look sincere. Like she actually, is, because they spent time together and they were two-time tag team champions. So she's gonna have like kind of like remorse. It makes sense for her to act that way, But get rid of that, lose that now, Shayna, and be the damn, you know, be the damn like arm breaker and the one that you talk snap, crack or pop or what is that? Snap, tap or whatever those three words that she says. Snap, tap, or break, something. I'm trying to remember what it is. But, go back to being that. Queen of Spades. NXT Shayna Baszler. Stop losing. You're better than that. Now, Ali and Mansoor, they take on Angel Garza and his cousin Humberto Carrillo. Like, how many of y'all remember that? Remember they even feuded before? And in the end, in this Who Gives a Shit match, Carrillo and Garza win the match. Kind of looks like being a heel fits Carrillo, and he should stick with it. Now, this segment. It had me turn on all the lights and look behind me, make sure that that no one's behind me that's gonna do something to me. I mean, my name is Karrion Kross. That's how that's how he starts this segment, this vignette. Yeah, we know. Keep telling us that, and maybe we will remember, and maybe we will care. But none of us, no matter what, none of us is gonna fall and pray. Like again, like who cares? Are they trying to reestablish him now? And maybe they should have did this before they fed him to Jeff Hardy. I've said it time and again. 2 minutes and he's pinned by Hardy in his debut match. Maybe they should have did this in the beginning. How about that? Then people who don't watch NXT, and there's a lot of people, there's people that I know that don't watch NXT. And maybe they can be introduced to Karrion Kross this way. But does it matter now? It's almost like people being scared of the boogeyman. And then someone tells them, no, boogeyman actually is a guy who wears a thing, and he's actually an ice cream, he actually gives, he actually sells ice cream in the neighborhood. He's actually a nice guy, but he just wears that just, because he just likes to wear a costume or wears a thing. And then people are like going, well, we're not scared of the boogeyman anymore because we know he's Al, the ice cream seller down the street. You know what I mean? It's like we already know. It's like he's not that intimidating anymore because of what happened. How they brought him to NXT, the championship that he had, NXT championship. Who cares, right? That's what they're saying. Pretty much Raw was saying. WWE, the main roster was saying, who cares? Who cares? You're the champion. Who cares? We don't care about NXT. And they obviously showed that they don't care about Karrion Kross. What happened though? My name is Karrion Kross. Who cares? You're not scary anymore. You're the boogeyman without the mask now. We already know who you are. We're not scared. Maybe if you would have came out, like I said, and they build you up like that, then maybe. Who cares? Who cares? Now, the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. Another who cares. Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley versus the champs, right? Natalya and Tamina. Who wore out their welcome maybe after WrestleMania or maybe after they won the title. Because WrestleMania they were on like top. Everybody loved Tamina. Everybody loved Natalya. And then when they won the titles, nobody cared. They're holding the titles for who? They're going to hold it for these guys? I mean, it's just like, this doesn't interest me one bit. And who wins the championship and who is the tag champs? Rhea and Nikki are the champs. They won. And this match was messy. What was Tamina doing earlier? She was in the ring. Come here, like this. And all of a sudden she just waltzes over to the corner and goes out and grabs the tag rope and stands on the apron. And I guess she realized that she wasn't supposed to be in the ring. Tamina really bumbles a lot and it looks lost sometimes. It's almost like, is she losing her stamina? Is she losing her ability to move in the ring now? Is she at a point now where maybe she should retire, or maybe she should stop, or maybe, maybe she should go back and train harder and maybe work on her stamina, work on her, whatever. I mean, it seems like she bumbles a lot, and maybe that's what it is. I mean, I don't know. But it's like every time I've seen her in a match in the last number of weeks, it's like she Sometimes it's hard for her to hold somebody in a Samoan drop or carry somebody. It's like sometimes the person slips and it looks like it's her fault and not the other person. Maybe she needs to do something about that. Maybe somebody should take her back, take it in the back, and take her to the back and talk to her and say, hey, what's going on? You seem to be bumbling a lot. You seem to be lost. It looks like because she looked like she was lost in this match. I don't know what the heck she was doing. They even showed a thing where Tamina was supposed to do something, I guess, outside the ring, and then you look at like she threw who's that? Somebody into the barricade, and then you see um Natalia doing a spinning thing. Maybe she's gonna do that spinning clothesline that she does, and no one was there. And then it looked like when something like Tamina got hit, and then she got knocked back. Nobody hit her. Nobody was there. What was she doing? Channeling Tamina's pain, like when Tamina gets hit, she gets hit. What was that? You know what I mean? I don't understand. And then there's another one. Man, Raw is really hitting it out of the park, ain't it? Alexa's Playhouse, and it sure is no fun house. And I'm not talking about, you know, the Firefly Funhouse, which we all know that Alexa's Playhouse is a ripoff of Funhouse, but it's like it wasn't fun. It looks and it sounds so forced. And a capacity crowd was actually chanting for Charlie, a doll. Now, Ruby Soho and Dr. Britt Baker, AEW's top female wrestlers who cut the best promos and look natural in the ring, roasting each other. These two, Alexa and Charlotte, they look like they were trying to duplicate what those two in AEW did. No, deny. I don't care if you're an AEW fan or a WWE fan. Watch that promo. Watch that confrontation, that face-to-face between Ruby Soho and AEW Women's Champion Dr. Britt Baker, and that's how you roast each other. That's how you cut each other down. That's how you take jabs at not only the competition, which is WWE, which they took jabs at, but Ruby Soho even took a jab at her own boss, her own company. You know what I mean? But this is what I like. Here's the thing that Alexa Bliss did. She said, "And without a title, who is Charlotte Flair?" And without it, she has nothing. You know what I mean? Like, true. I'm laughing. I'm like going, exactly. Again, WWE, here's me, here's other people complaining about her, and I guess they say, how about you bring that up, and so that what they're trying to do, folks? They're trying to own it. They're trying to say that, oh, you can say that if you want, it doesn't hurt our feelings. We're gonna own it. Yeah, really? You're gonna own it? Yeah, okay. We believe that. No, you're just addressing something that's a big problem. And then Charlotte's smiling and trying to laugh off. Oh, I'm the what do you call it, without the championship, and then she's all, well, after Extreme Rules, you'll never know. I guess because she's saying that she won't be without the title. You know, like, when is she gonna get that? When is Ashley Flair, who plays Charlotte Flair, gonna understand that's what WWE thinks about her? That they just want to make her a championship machine, and it's gonna hurt her her legacy. Yeah, it could be just my opinion, and it could just be something that I'm saying that people say, "Oh, you're talking out your ass." No, because that's what people are gonna think. Ric Flair, her father, 30-something years, and he had 16 world championships. 30 years it took him. But Charlotte Flair in 10 years, something like that, however many years that many, right? She's already a 12-time champion. By the time she reaches her father's age, or she's probably going to retire when she's younger than that, and she's going to be like a 40-time champion, you know. But that thing what Alexa said, man, it's like that was actually good, and it actually reflects what we all feel, including me. I mean, I feel like they tried to duplicate what AEW did with Ruby Soho, excuse me, and Britt Baker. For those of you who don't watch AEW, Ruby Soho is Ruby Riott, and they have her already in a championship contenders match because she won a casino battle royale. They're taking care of her. They're treating her like WWE should have treated her. And from what her and Britt Baker, the champion, did in AEW, they tried to do that, and WWE failed. Now, It's just the ridiculousness just keeps piling on. Operation 24/7, conducted by Drake Maverick, who has all of the division of 24/7 of the 24/7 divide. He has R-Truth there, he has Tozawa, and he has Gulak, and he's telling them what to do in order to get Reggie. What do you think they did? They didn't get him. And my head hurts after that fucking cringe fest. And then speaking of cringe, The Miz on Dancing with the Stars, and I hope he lasts long. Why? No, not because I'm behind him and I'm rooting for him. No, because the longer he's gone, the longer he lasts, I should say, the longer he'll be gone. He's gonna be away longer than than what do you call it? It probably was anticipated by WWE. They probably wanted just to do it and then maybe come back right away. But hopefully he's going to be there long, maybe even win the thing. So he'll be there long. He'll be gone. I don't have to listen to nothing about him. What's going to happen when he comes back? Oh, he's going to resume his feud with his former friend? Or maybe WWE is going to think that we forgot and then they're going to be back together again. You're going to see a Miz TV happen with him and John Morrison with the fucking drip sticks and the dipsticks and whatever you want to call those stupid things. And you know what I mean? At least they didn't have another moist TV. I swear, dude, I wanna break my TV every time. So stupid. Now, let's move on. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. If Jeff Hardy beats Sheamus, he is added to the U.S. title match at Extreme Rules and making it a triple threat match. And I guess Hardy won because it skipped. He was about to do that move where someone is laying up against the damn turnbuckle. He does that thing where he jumps up and then he's gonna hit you with his double drop kick or a double leg. Hit you in the chest with his with both legs, stuff like that. And he just went right to a confrontation between Priest and Sheamus, and it was confirmed by the graphic that it's going to be a triple threat match. Okay, Jeff Hardy's there. He's just basically another body, and it's going to make Priest, I guess, better because he beat two people. Okay. Now, this is how it was. Well, I think he said it before, but then they did this again. They said it again. A match we may never see again, huh? Yeah, not till next year when we have the draft, and then Raw needs another ratings boost because the ratings are always in the sewer. You know what I mean? Like, it's never gonna happen again. It's like they always say that whole thing when they go, the best match or the greatest match ever in SmackDown history or something like that, and then they always just throw that around like like with this match we may never see again. It's like there's gonna always be a time when a match is better than the other match that we've seen. You know what I mean? Like you think that this is going to be the only time where you'll ever see this match. We might see it again next week. We might see it again next month. You know what I mean? Stop saying that. And especially don't say it around this time of year when it's draft, when it's a draft year. We're going to see this match again next year when it's the draft again. Whoever the champions are going to be at the time, whoever's going to be the disgruntled former champ, they're probably going to do it again, I bet you. And at least you better say that, well, this happened last year at draft time. At least they'll be telling the truth, but no, they'll act like it never happened before, and then this is the greatest match ever. And then during the course of this match, Lashley put Big E through a table. And then some idiot sitting there with his mouth wide open and trying to have a moment. But it's like this, hey asshole, that same spot took place last week. But you act like it's an OMG moment. Really? You dumb fuck. The only thing that was different is that Lashley didn't have the lower part of the table when the table broke. It didn't, clip his knee or clip his, clip his knee and cause him to fall because, that fucking shit hurts. I've banged my knee against a damn table. Didn't separate it, didn't get a ACL thing or whatever or tear or anything, but it fucking hurts. But, yeah. Enough, people. You're not going to be like that one guy with the wide eyes and the open mouth who was in the front row when Undertaker's streak was broken. No one's going to ever have that natural moment. When he did that, it was just like, natural. There's some other people, too, that have done things you're going, but then there's people that try to duplicate it and you look like an idiot. Especially if you're going to do it when it's at a moment that actually merits that. Not because, oh, someone went through a table, or they're like this. They're like this, actually. They're like this. Oh, where's the camera? Where's the camera? Okay. Like that's what they do. Like, oh, where's the camera at? Like, I got to make sure that they see my face. And then they might put it on a highlight reel. No, they won't. No, they won't. Because I think even WWE, maybe give them a little credit. Maybe I think they will see that if someone is warrants that and it looks natural, they'll probably put it in a thing. But they're not gonna like, But I'm giving WWE too much credit. I don't think they'll even do that. They'll just put any stupid idiot up in the fucking thing and look at this guy. What do you think? Look at this. But after that, Lashley introduces a chair. The match is still going on. It's a no DQ because a triple threat match is a no DQ. I always wondered when did they start doing that? Because they never had done that before, right? And then all of a sudden now it's just a triple threat match, and now it's a no DQ because I guess it gets too out of hand, and this always happens. So just make it a no DQ match automatically when it's a triple threat. And then he's gloating. Lashley's just bashing the hell out of Big E, and then he's gloating, the chair up like this, and he gets speared. I'm thinking, dummy, the match is still going on, Lashley. You're supposed to be the Almighty, but you can't see, like our Almighty God in heaven. He sees everything. You're supposed to be the Almighty, aren't you supposed to be able to see everything? But no, you're gloating with a chair. Oh, because I knocked down one of my one opponent. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Reigns is still in this match, and he pays for that lapse of judgment, or paying attention, and then he gets hit with a spear, and Reigns gets the victory, and you know seemed justifiable to me. It seemed okay and right to me because why not give it to him? Yeah, the guy doesn't go to Raw, but then you're gonna let a non-Raw person win the match in the main event. Wouldn't you want to make yourself more, show more of a dominance over SmackDown's what do you call it, offering, and pin him? He won twice. He beat Raw twice. Once in a six-man tag, and then in a triple threat. Really good there, Raw. You continue to just fire on all cylinders, don't you? It's like, when I was going through, as I'm going through the things that had happened, it just got worse and worse and worse, and the crescendo was the 24/7 thing. And then the Jeff Hardy thing and all that stuff, like, I didn't mind it. It's like, okay, it kind of brought it down a little bit, and it was like, okay. And then again, up, going up, This is god awful. I sound like a broken record, but I'm not the only one that's playing that broken record. Everybody's playing that broken record of how much how much we hate Raw, and SmackDown is getting infected. What's going on? Is this a virus or a disease now that's going over to SmackDown and infecting them? Are they going to start infecting NXT UK and NXT and all that too? Because SmackDown is really beginning to look like Raw. Last week was abhorrent. I hated SmackDown. And then Raw just continues to. I shouldn't be surprised, and it's always the same hate for this dumb show because it's always like, and I'm saying on SmackDown, I go, it's because of the draft. Maybe they're just lax now, and they're not really thinking and focusing on the writing. But then I'm thinking they never do. But at least on SmackDown, they actually pay attention sometimes. We like to call it the A show instead of Raw being the A show. But I don't think that a rating could ever they shouldn't even be used anymore. These guys don't even rate. You shouldn't even be given ratings. They don't rate. I don't know. NXT was decent last week, even with the new format and everything like that. People are bashing the fuck out of it, but I didn't have no problem with it. Could have is it because I didn't even know that we had three what do you call it? Three guys who were second generation. Braun Breaker is Scott Steiner's son. Didn't know that. Von Wagner, if those of you who was watching wrestling during the 80s and the 90s, I think these guys were in the 90s, the Beverly brothers. Bo Beverly is the father of Von Wagner. And then the partner of, I forgot his name, but his dad was Bull Buchanan. He was in that tag team, those two new guys. Well, actually, one guy was in the breakout superstar of the NXT tournament, the breakout superstar, the one that Carmelo Hayes won. Yeah, the partner of that one guy, I forgot his name, but the other guy, forget his name. His father was Bull Buchanan. A lot of you probably don't remember who he is. Some of you do. I'm thinking they were breaking out all of the second generation guys, and I'm thinking they did good. Scott Steiner's son is money. That guy can cut a promo. The guy is impressive looking. He looks like his dad. He talks like his dad. Confident on the mic. He's already targeting Tommaso Ciampa, so he's looking to be getting in that title picture right away. And why not? Why not? The guy Looks like his money. I don't know about Von Wagner. I don't know about the other guy. But, you know. But the thing about it, though, is they named him Braun Breaker. Braun. We had a Braun Strowman. Why call him Braun? Even it's you know, it's spelled differently, but who cares? We had a Braun already. He should have just get stuck with his name. They hired him. That's Scott Steiner's son. And Scott Steiner's been talking shit about WWE for years now, ever since he left. And then they hired his son. Are they gonna fucking fuck over his son to pay back Scott Steiner? I mean, who knows? Maybe he apologized. Maybe he met with Vince McMahon after that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've gone too long in this video. But I love trashing and I love beating you know, WWE over the head with a damn lead pipe. I can't stand Raw and how it is. But I'm always gonna watch it because sometimes I like to watch and see how bad they are so that I can fucking have something to talk about. And that's what I did. And this is my video. So let's end this. And well, for those of you who stopped by and checked out my video, I appreciate it. And in closing, as always, take care.